These happen to be extremely beautiful leaves, in my opinion. They feel really nice too. Really tender, delicate, non-abrasive, gentle. It's probably about 7 feet now, this beautiful albizia tree, and probably the best example I can show you is right there. I think it's coming out with some flowers. So this is going to be the long-term, well, medium-term, let's say 10 years maximum, albizia, nitrogen-fixing support species. Fun to touch, very fun to touch, beautiful to look at too. Can't go wrong with some red amaranth. Also very nice to be around. No smell, unfortunately. If this had a smell, it would be definitely a 10 out of 10, but aesthetically and use purposes, you know, this is chicken food. You can make popcorn out of this, make cereal out of it, make flour out of it. It's a grain. It's a pseudo grain. The leaves are edible too, but you'd want to eat the younger ones. Here we have an interesting group of species, all intentional. This is calendula anti-inflammatory. It self-seeds everywhere, as you can see. Rocket, self-seeds everywhere, purslane. This is all going to be very instrumental to get these plants through the seasons. They're okay with spring and fall, but it's when you get to summer and winter, the extremes, you know. A native tamarind. Ooh, and just look at the health of that black sapote. Thankfully. Longan pushing out some new growth. This desperately needs some shade on the west, right? And so we've got this to eventually grow into a tall shade canopy. But in the interim, to support this to grow, we've got the albizia. And the albizia is going to provide shade for loquat, pawpaw, josterberry, tamarind, and the longan, and the black sapote, which in turn will provide shade for the orangeberry, the avocado, which is also getting shaded by that beautiful big banana there. And the backdrop of the eucalyptus trees and the wattle trees, I think personally it doesn't get better. I'm looking forward to when this avocado really pushes out this new growth here, because it's been looking very sad for a long time. Why did you put me here? I don't belong here. I'm not happy here. I'm sorry, avocado, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe you want some shade? Obviously you do, I'm just neglecting you. Yes, I want shade, thank you. Fuck's sake, how difficult was it? You're right, it took 5 minutes, I'm sorry. God, temperamental, fucking hell. Not every tree can be like you, Tamarillo. Absolute beast. Take whatever you throw at me. And look at this apricot, this was like 6 inches tall a few months ago. Now it's bordering on 7 feet. So when you plant a banana, what you're really planting is a whole group of bananas that will continue to grow. Oh yeah. This zone over here is vulnerable, very vulnerable. This mango needs more support. It's got a lot of chop and drop there. And actually there's comfrey that I've planted basically all around the mango. We're playing an experiment here, see if the comfrey will suppress under this. I highly doubt it. I'm hoping it grows through it even. I'm going to mulch this again with some wood chips and leaves. You know, we got calendula, as I said, and comfrey, which is going to provide insulation to this mango in the wintertime. Living insulation and frost protection. It did that recently, but I want to see that on all these branches. It really needs to create another layer of protection around it, and the more layers of protection, the better. A few pepinos almost ready. Oh, banana. It's much drier in this area, and just a bit more exposed. But yeah, like I said, if I can get one more growth from that, feed it a bit more nitrogen, should be alright. UUB. Made some fruits. Fig. There's another fig. And a fig and a fig and an orange and a mulberry. And this is that banana that I thought was toast, but it's coming back, and the strawberries are providing some shade and some mulch. I mean the tomatoes, sorry. This oak has been miserable out here in full exposed sun. The aim is that this one here will eventually grow extremely tall, whereas this one's going to stay dwarfed on the quince rootstock. So, but it is seemingly pushing out the first growth. And this one's okay, wumpy. Oh, mango. Unless you grow significantly, I do not think you will make it. I can protect you, and I dare say I will because you're so small. It's a $100 investment. It's a living being, and if it gives me fruit in a few years because I give it care for a few years, you know. And that is the update. I was looking back at some old updates last night from like 6 months ago. Wow. How it's changed, how it's grown and evolved, how it will continue to. Combination art, design, science, care, love, passion, willpower, knowledge, life, love. It's the best.